Welcome to a brand new run and a brand new game here on TVGP's Critical Misses. This time we were playing Vampire Crawlers. I'm your host, Boss, and playing this on the PlayStation 5, joined as always by Moonpear.
Hello, playing this on the Series X and the Ally thingy majig.
ROG Ally OG, the original one.
Yes.
Yeah. Should note here, as we get into what this game is, the full title of this is Vampire Crawlers, the Turbo Wildcard from Vampire Survivors. It is a first-person dungeon crawling deck builder roguelike that uses most of the elements from Vampire Survivors that you know. It's probably
Yes.
the elevator pitch. Hopefully that was a long elevator ride.
I mean, fingers crossed.
Yeah. I I have been pleasantly surprised playing this game on how much I'm enjoying it, but also how much it sort of feels like it scratches that same itch that Vampire Survivors does, even though
Yes.
it's a very, very different game.
Yes, it's so different. It's like it's familiar. It's one of those things where it's good because it's familiar because all of the sprites are familiar,
Right.
the spells are familiar, the cards are familiar, all that stuff is familiar. But the way it plays so differently, yet still gives you that familiar vibe. Like, have you beat a stage yet? Out of
Yes.
curiosity.
Yep.
Okay. I beat the Mad Marsh, whatever it is, the first stage. I got to the
Right.
final of that and did it. And the fact that death just comes along and goes pachow and kills you is just
You turn
it's
around and
great.
the Grim Reaper's there, and I was like, oh, that's a pretty good nod to it. Of like, yeah, this run's done.
Yes.
But I think they've done a good job at taking, like you said, the familiar weapons. Each one of those weapons and items from Vampire Survivors is a card in this, but the
Mm-hmm.
cards do a similar function in this that they do in Vampire Survivors. Like they feel like they are similar enough to be like, oh, of course, the whip damages all the enemies in the front row, but not for a lot. It's like, okay, cool. It makes sense that the axe does a bunch of damage, but it only hits, X number of enemies in the first row. And then having the evolutions on top of that so far seem to use the same combination of items that they did in Vampire Survivors.
Mm-hmm.
Feels really good, and having to sacrifice one of your cards on each end of the evolution, and you get to pick which cards you sacrifice for the evolution, I think is really smart. And personally, I think the thing that is keeping me playing this is the combo system. So for anyone that
Yes.
isn't playing, if you play cards, each card in the upper left-hand corner has a blue mana cost. They can go from 0 to the highest I've seen has been it's either 3 or 4. If you play those cards in ascending order, each card you play in that order does more damage. So it'll start at like 1 times damage, it'll go to 2, it'll go to 3, it'll go to 4, etc. And you can get fairly ridiculous numbers out of your items if you can kind of like bounce between, go to 0, 1, and 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 0, 1, 2, especially if you can refill your
Yes.
mana in a like refill mana and pull cards in your hand during one turn, you can get some fairly ludicrous numbers, both for damage and for. It doesn't just work for. It took me a little while to realize this. It doesn't work just for damage. It also works for pulling cards. You move from like pulling one card to pulling four cards. It works for
Hmm.
armor. And instead of you getting 2 armor, you could get 8 armor. Same with mana. Instead of getting 2 mana, you could get 8 mana. So like playing the order of the cards matters in a deck builder, like overall, but it feels like how they've done the combos here, I think feels incredibly satisfying from not just like a gameplay standpoint, but from a power standpoint. And I think
Yes.
that's been pulling me through this. It's a great game, but that I think helps me so much in this game.
And like the evolutions, like previously the evolutions felt strong. In this, they feel so good when you get one because you have to sacrifice a lot to get the evolutions.
Yeah.
Um, but the difference they make is insane. Like the dagger evolution
Hmm.
is game changer.
Yeah. I mean, even the magic wand evolution moves it from
Yes.
like it does 30 damage to now it's doing like 200 damage because you evolved it. Like it really is. Evolutions in Vampire Survivors were always that kind of like you're taking an item that's solid and you're moving into like almost game breaking, and the earlier you can get it, the
Hmm.
more you can break the game. I like that they've taken that idea here and put it in Vampire Crawlers of like, yeah, you did a bunch of damage, but now this evolution starts strong. And if you can keep your combo up and play it at the right time and balance everything, it can clear out an entire horde of enemies with one
It's
single
just
card. Yeah,
so much damage.
yeah.
Like that was the thing I appreciated really on the. I think it was in that it was the knife card that made that first level an absolute cakewalk.
Hmm.
Where I was just like, yeah, I'm just gonna throw this thing down and clear because it also attacks like the back rows of enemies because it kills so quickly.
Right,
And it was just like, yeah, bye bye all of these many different waves of enemies.
right. Um, I think so. I think there's something that I think I like that they carried over from Vampire Survivors, and there's something that I think I wish Vampire Survivors had done originally. So I like that they carry over each of the stages having a relic in it. And if anyone hasn't played Vampire Survivors, Vampire Crawlers, relics are items you find in a stage that are permanent upgrades. So it'll be like in Vampire Survivors, it'd be like now you have the map, or like items drop from light sources. In this, it's
Yeah.
like you can see light sources on the map, which will give you floor chickens or money or evolution orbs or some stuff like that. The one thing, so I like that because it always encourages you to go to the next map and like not farm the one that you're on. The thing that I wish that Vampire Survivors did that I like that Vampire Crawlers does a lot is when you go to a map, like let's say I think the first one was Mad Forest, the second one was like the Long Library. Um, when you clear that map, it opens up the second area of that map. So it's like here's the
Yes.
second more difficult region of the forest or swamp or whatever it's called. And if the first area you cleared out, it was 4 floors and it was straightforward and it was fine. Here's the next one. It's 5 floors and it's a little bit harder. Same thing with the library. You clear those 5 floors, you go to the next area. It's a little bit longer and a little bit more difficult. And I like that kind of progression, as there's a lot of cases in Vampire Survivors where you go in and you're like, okay, I cleared that map first try. What else do I do with it? And it's like, well, you can flip it upside down. Yay. It's like,
Yep.
okay, cool. But like, I like that there's a little bit of more of a, and it, I haven't cleared the second floor of any of the areas, but it looks like there's room for at least 3 zones in that area, that level or whatever. I think that's really, I think that's really clever. And well, Oh man, I just lost what I was gonna say. Um. Oh
I love the sound design. I will say that too.
yes, I. What I was just gonna say is I am very impressed with how this plays on controller. I was a little bit
Yes.
worried about like, oh, it's gonna be like a classic dungeon crawler. It's gonna be a lot of like, if anyone hasn't played dungeon crawlers before, hitting right on the D-pad doesn't turn you to the right. It just you step to the right. So like you have to hit L2 or R2 on this to actually turn your character around. And I have definitely played some dungeon crawlers where it's like, boy, you needed to have a keyboard for this. Like this is annoying to play, and I'm happy that they have figured out how to make this controllable. Uh,
Yeah.
which I think goes a long way.
Yeah, I think it controls phenomenally. It's really intuitive. Um, Again, it looks exactly how you want it to look. I think it sounds incredible. Um, the only thing, the only thing bothering me right now, and it's a roguelike thing, is the fact that I cannot get past the bridge.
Oh my god, the bridge is so hard. That feels like
It's it's difficult, bro.
yeah, that feels the most like you need to have a significant investment in the kind of meta progression to get past like I've gotten to the second or third set of fights in the bridge, but it's just like there are literal waves and waves of enemies that are coming at you. And you're like, okay, cool. Like
Uh,
I'll see the end of this eventually, I guess. Um, but that very much feels like you need to have a character you really like, investment in the
yes.
meta progression, which the meta progression in this is exactly the same as it was in Vampire Survivors. You're increasing your like health regen, which in this game is you get X number of health when you finish a battle. Um, you're increasing your weapons area, which in this game does splash damage. Like it's all kind of the
Mhm.
same stuff you were doing in Vampires. It's the same characters as well. Like it's all kind of the same stuff. But I think
Yes.
I'm really impressed at how fast this game gets to a tutorial. You start Vampire Crawlers, and literally the first thing you do, there's like not even, hey, this is Vampire Crawlers. It's just, hey man, you're in a run. Here's the tutorial. Like let's just get in. Let's just do it. Um, I think I was very tickled by that. I think that was a great change.
The fact that the tutorial leads you to the hub is great
Yeah.
too.
Mm-hmm.
Where it's just like, yeah, here's a little pathway to the hub.
Yep. And I think a lot of this feels too like Ponkel learned a lot from how Vampire Crawlers or Vampire Survivors continues to kind of grow and evolve. Because, like,
Hmm.
one of the most annoying parts of finishing a successful run in Vampire Survivors as you're unlocking stuff is you get that list of things where it's like you just unlocked 30 things and it like scrolls one at a time through them. This one is just a
Yes.
big
It's just a
grid,
big box.
and I
Yeah.
I love it. It's so nice of like you unlock this character, this area, this relic, these 3 upgrades, these 5 items. It's like thank you. Like it's so much more readable from like a UI UX perspective. And I think
Hmm.
all that little stuff makes something like this feel a lot more like approachable, I guess, but kind of there's less friction, I think, throughout the whole thing. It's just like I just want to get in, I want to do another run. I unlocked all this stuff. Let's go check out this new area. Here's all the stuff you got. Um, I think that makes a
Yeah.
big difference. Yeah.
Yeah, it does. And like having the Xbox version of this too, whenever I get one of those unlock screens, it's hilarious because it's just like 15 achievements pop and
Yep.
just pop, 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 pop.
Yeah.
I'm trying to look at my menus here. I can't see the button I need to hit to get through it.
Yeah, when I started streaming this, I think I got like, you finish your first run, you get an achievement or two or a trophy or two. And I thought, oh, let me go look at how many trophies there are. It's 167 of them. It's like, yep, okay. I should not have expected any less. All right. That's
Yeah.
vampire crawlers. Um all right, any last thoughts here for this game? I feel like we're missing probably like 5 different things, but there's a lot in this game.
Yeah, it's really fun so far. Like I'm actually enjoying the stuff that I've seen in it as and when I've seen it so far.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm curious to see if this has the same kind of lasting power for me that Vampire Survivors did.
Hmm.
I'm not going into it thinking like, oh, it can't possibly have the same lasting power because it's a completely different game. But I'm curious to see. It's almost unfair to pit the two against each other because Vampire Survivors is like 500 times larger than it was even when we played it for this show.
Yes.
Like nevertheless when it launched. So it's a little bit unfair, but I'm curious to see if it kind of like clicks in the same way with me or not. But
Yeah.
we'll see over the next handful of weeks. Hopefully everyone is playing this along with us and enjoying it, and we'll see you all next run. Bye.
Boy.